I'm really enjoying it, and that's not an exaggeration. I think coming into a PhD program at this stage in my life, that's key, because it's something that I really want to do and pursue in the future. So it's a very different lifestyle shift from, a high volume clinic and having all of these other responsibilities and gotta be there long hours. So that is something that actually I'm glad that I'm not doing that anymore. But the PhD lifestyle, there's a lot of things that I have to do, I guess, but it's really me figuring out when's the best time to do it. So of course I have to be at certain classes, but there's only 3 classes. So I have all of this other time, but it's filled with everything with my research responsibilities, paying attention to making sure that I get studying done. I'm also training clients about 15 hours a week or so, so making sure that I'm there for that. But everything else is kind of fitting in all of the commitments that I have to do and that I want to do in my schedule. So that is the one positive. I'm enjoying that a lot because it's really on me to make my schedule feasible and doable and make sure that I can get everything done. Really, for most PhD students, I think would agree, is that there's so much that you have to learn in that 4 years to actually write your dissertation, pass your comps, do all of the research papers that you have to do, that it really ends up not being that much time. You have to constantly put in the work day after day. It's just like training and strength and conditioning. You have a year to get prepared for something. It's not like you're gonna wait till the end to prepare for it. It's doing a little bit every day. And that's really what it's like for me, just more academically challenging. I never would have imagined pursuing my PhD. That was never even on my radar. So it was always trying to get the skills to be a practicing clinician in the field, which I still love to do to this day. But I would say advice is you never know what's going to happen, what twists and turns in life are going to happen. So never close the door on something. And looking back in grad school or undergrad school, I really didn't like to dive into a lot of the research. It was just something that I thought, okay, it's just research, it's separate. But now, the position that I'm in now, I wouldn't have traded any of the clinical experience and practices and all of my experiences as an athletic trainer, because now it's taking all of that and it's understanding that there's a lot of overlap and integration between research and what we do clinically. And I think that's the key, is that research doesn't have all the answers. Clinicians clinically don't have all the answers. But when we combine the perspectives and understand how to make it work better together, it's kind of like everything that I do with training, right? Making everything work better for an athlete or a person. But if you can do that in the big realm of things, in the profession, that's really what I'm understanding now, is that understanding how to interpret the research, how to understand the logic, the thought process, and how to combine that with everything that we do clinically to help people, whether it's biomechanics or not, like anything with health, with nutrition, with movement. I think that's the key. And I wish that I paid more attention, I guess, in grad school. And I wish that it was exposed to students in more of a way to understand, like, okay, research is not the say-all, end-all kind of solution, but it's something that will contribute to the big piece of the puzzle to make sure that we are practicing in ways that are, based off of what we're researching. So that's something that I would probably give advice to my old self, is like, should have paid more attention in research methods and how to read research and how to interpret it, because now I'm getting thrown into the fire, which is not a bad thing. But if I had a little bit more of that base coming out of my master's program, I think that would have improved the way I practiced over the past 8 years or so.